So these weeds are getting out of control. I really need to get some of those wood chips down here, but I've been just doing other things. The mustards are flowering. I've been picking off the flowers because mustards are one of the trap crops that I have planted for the pests. You can see over here the kale is flowering. There's lots of pollinators in there, bees and things. Over here we've got beans. More beans are coming up. See, there's more beans coming up there, and then there's some beans ahead of those beans. It looks like something ate that one, but they're still coming up. Tomatoes are looking good. It's almost time. Well, it's probably past time to prune them and start getting them some support set up. I planted some sunflowers in between there, so they're coming up. Looks like some of the okra is trying to come up. This is the red burgundy okra. I think that's the okra. I had planted some flowers in here, so hopefully those come up. It looks like they're coming up. I still haven't chopped this out of here, but I will. Broccoli, volunteer beans there, more broccoli. They're doing okay. I do need to come out and fertilize again. Look at these weeds, my goodness. There's some beans in there. Those are the scarlet runner beans. I definitely need to come out here and get some things done. Oh, that's a bachelor button right there. It came out of the wood chips. I think that's a bachelor button. Maybe it's an aster. I can't remember which one is which. It's almost time, if not time, to get some of these peppers out of here and get them in some of their own containers. Over here, this is another one of those flowers that's coming up. So the seeds must have just spread out because they're coming up all in. Sorry guys. They're coming up all in the wood chip. What are you gonna do? Over here I planted some zinnia. It's coming up. Chocolate mint. I planted some Swiss chard over here, some rainbow Swiss chard, and it looks like it's just trying to come out. Very little bit, but it's trying. I think I put some calendula in there, and that might be what's over there too, the calendula. I spread some calendula around in here. Kales, those kales are gonna have to come out, and then those will be the new kales. All of these tomatoes need to be pruned and tied to their supports. I'm gonna let these kales continue to flower until they get all the way to like seed, and then I'll take them out. I've got cilantro coming up in my walkway here. We'll go this way. Squash. Oh, I don't want to cast a shadow. Squash is doing good. So far, so good. Peppers look okay. Tomatoes back there look okay. That's a Swiss chard there. Probably gonna have to get that out soon because it's gonna start to go to seed. Brussels sprouts, I don't know. I can never get these Brussels sprouts to grow. Just the weather's just so crazy all the time. And then I've got beans interplanted in there. Cauliflower. Red cabbage. This is my flowering sage here. Pollinators love this flowering sage. It attracts lots of beneficial insects. There's some more red cabbage, more Brussels sprouts, more kale. I think I planted some basil in there, right where that white tag is, right there. So there's some basil in there. Those are purple royalty bush beans. The tomatillos are in here. Kale, more kale. Beans back there. These onions are gonna try to go to seed. I've been picking them off and just dropping them. You see, I mulched with this grass clippings. I did want to point that out. That I took my grass clippings and I started to mulch. It was starting to break down and decompose. Which is a good thing. And then so I just started using it. This weed here I've just been chopping and dropping. This is more cilantro going to flower, seed. There's peppers in here. These peppers are moving slow. I thought I put some beans in here, but I don't see them yet. Oh, maybe that's them. That doesn't look like my bean. That looks like a weed. I like that bindweed. Oh, I can't stand that weed. But yeah, the peppers there. The red grape tomatoes over here. More cilantro here. More cilantro here. It's so beautiful when it's flowering. And they got all these little beneficial pollinators that come in. Really, really pretty. More sage. Let's go take a look at the other squash. So this squash is doing amazing. This is my honey boat and my spaghetti squash. And then that's the oregano there. This squash is doing very good. Looks nice and healthy. And if you guys are wondering what this is in here, those are leftover alfalfa pellets that I had from the rabbit. So it's a good source of nitrogen. I just dumped what I had left over the garden. Raspberries. This one is a blackberry, I'm pretty sure. It's got blackberry flowers on it. This is the grapevine that I thought was dead, but it has bounced back vigorously, I must say. I gave everything a dose of rabbit manure tea, so everything had a nice fertilizing not too long ago. It's about time to fertilize again. We've been having some rain, so it's gonna rain again tomorrow, so I could probably throw some fertilizer out and then just wait for it to rain. But that's the grapevine that I thought was dead. This bed I have not done anything with yet. I kind of just, I need to add more compost to this area before I start planting in it. And then I'm gonna cover it with the landscape fabric. And then I'm gonna weight the landscape fabric down, probably with those boards, I don't know yet. This is all of the cucumbers and peas. I took the shade cloth down. This whole week is gonna be fairly cool, so I want them to get as much sun as possible, the cucumbers, so they can start to take off. That little lonely watermelon in the middle there is just really going slow. I have not planted out my things that I got from the farmer's market. They're still in their cells, but that's what this area here is for. I'm gonna put some stuff out here, but then I also have to get my grow bags together. I've got 2 out of the 3 ingredients that I'm gonna put in my grow bags, but I just need some cow manure, some composted cow manure. This is my bed of jalapenos. There's a dill right there. And then I have some volunteer tomatoes in here. I believe these are the Brad's Atomic Grape and probably the Sweet Million or Super Sweet 100. One of the two, I think, was over here. No, that was the chocolate cherry was over here. So that's probably chocolate cherry. There's a couple of them. And then these ones over here are probably the Brad's Atomic Grape, because those ones were on this side. But I'm gonna let them grow. This was radishes I took out. I put some more radishes along this way, but they haven't come up. I got dill over there in the front. And then I've got some volunteer beans that just are popping up. I don't know if these are Kentucky Wonder or if these are the Scarlet Runner beans. But those were the 2 types of beans that were in here. And then that looks like a volunteer cucumber. I'm just gonna leave it, that one as well. There's a few of them. I don't know if it was volunteer. I had lemon cucumber over here. I had like 3 different cucumbers over here. And then I also had cantaloupe over here. So there's no telling what those are. My lettuce, my romaine lettuce is doing great. I'm probably gonna harvest all of that. So I got some space to put in some other things. Oh, and I did put some turnips in here. This is a weed. I did sow some turnip in here, and it looks like a few of them are coming up, but I want turnip for the greens. They're the all-top turnips, so I like to grow them for the greens. So over here, this was spinach and pak choy. It didn't do well at all, so that's coming out. I took down the greenhouse and I took it apart. The one that got destroyed. I took all the pieces apart, so I'll probably use those as supports and stakes and different things like that. And then over here, sorry, this is my garbage pile here. Oh, and this is my pallets I was working on, taking those apart and making some things out of those. This is my grass pile still. All right, so this is my other grapevine. Super excited. Look at these little grapes on there. Aren't they adorable? And then what I did, I don't think you guys can see it. Maybe you can. I put this green wire up from this shepherd hook to that shepherd hook so that they have something to run on. Because this one here is just reaching for the sky. I need to figure out what I'm going to do over here, if I'm going to cover this or what. because what I want to do is I want to use those windows, and I want to do a window greenhouse right in this corner where the geobin is at. So I need to take that out, move that compost, and I'm going to use that corner to make a window greenhouse, I think. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Oh, I didn't look at the strawberries. Let's look at the strawberries. Okay, so here's my strawberry patch over here. And it looks like there's some red ones in there. Look at that. Very nice. Beautiful color. There's a few more in here. They are not quite ready, but it looks like something is also eating them. So I might have to keep an eye out here. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off because otherwise something else will eat them. I've got all of these in here. So yeah, there's probably more over there. I still have to get to that bin. There's a few strawberries, yep. Very nice. I should have peas by now, but I don't. Oh well. This is a weedy mess over here. I need to get rid of this. But that's it, guys. That's all I got going on. I just wanted to show you the progress of everything going on in here. Doesn't look like there's too much pest damage yet, but I do need to cover these brassicas up. My nectarine is doing good, and I was told that the pear is not going to be a pear. That growth is coming from below the graft. So sadly, that pear is not going to produce any fruit, and I'll need to take it out. So these guys still need to get planted, and I'm working on it. They're probably all going to go in grow bags. I just need to get some cow manure and get those grow bags done. So that's all I got for today, guys. I'm looking like a hot mess right now, so I'm not going to come on camera. But thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along with me. And until next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.